Okay, we're picking up where we left off. We just beat the boss and got End of Days as our reward. We have 2 Neurosurges from transforming strikes, which kind of gives us a certain urgency to finish fights because we have 6 Doom applying every single turn on ourselves. And we just have a pretty good Doom build set up in general. I took End of Days as our card reward because I think it'll prevent us from taking damage sometimes, and we actually will have the energy to play it quite a bit with Invoke and 2 Neurosurges. So let's see what relic we get for Act 2. Start each combat with an additional 4 energy. I do think I like that because we're often going to be able to draw more cards in Act 1 with Scourge and 2 Neurosurges. It'll also let us play the more expensive cards in our deck. I do like Very Hot Cocoa. So Big Hug removes 4 cards from your deck. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, it adds Suit, which is a curse. It's unplayable. So I don't even want to remove these defends right now, to be honest, because we don't have much block. I'd like to remove the strike, but also our deck is already pretty small at 18 cards and having card draw, so I feel like creating that curse every single time we shuffle it when we already go through our deck really fast is not ideal. I don't want to take that. If we didn't get any transforms in the previous act, then I probably would take it and just remove 4 strikes, but we only have 1 strike to remove. Toy box, obtain 4 wax relics. Every 3 combats, your leftmost relic will melt away. Really strong to actually just survive the act if you're weak, but I think we're pretty strong, so I'm not going to take Toy Box. I'm going to take Very Hot Cocoa and hopefully just try to kill as fast as possible in Act 1, because I feel like in a lot of combats, we'll be able to just play End of Days and 2 Deathbringers or something, assuming we get Scourge and Neurosurge. We'll be able to end these combats pretty quickly. So one thing to note is that we do have a fair bit of money. We've only removed 1 card from the shop, so the card remove is going to cost 150. So this is interesting. I would like to hit this shop if possible, but there's also, if we get more money here, then we could hit this shop and maybe continue up this path. Keep going. Actually, there's only 1 real elite on this path unless we go up here. I think I like going up here though, taking this campfire, fight an elite, get our relic, fight an elite, hit another campfire, and then fight this elite. So we get 3 elites, we get our likely 3 easy pool combats, because I'm guessing one of these question mark tiles will be a combat, but maybe not, and I'm fine with just not having that either. So let's see how this goes. It's also worth noting that we do pretty well against all the elites here. So we have AoE, which goes well against Centipede. We aren't really attacking very much because we're mostly just applying dooms through skill, so we're good against the bee. And yeah, I think I like how we stand against the Act 2 elites. Okay, here we go. We didn't really get a good turn 1 draw, but that's okay. It'd be really nice if we got an ice cream or something. So we do lose our Deathbringer. Not the end of the world. Let's see if we can get him in lethal range actually in this turn. And I think we can, right? Oh, almost. So next turn, he's dead. Okay. So we can take our Deathbringer back. I definitely would like to. We have Afterlife, which gives us 6 summon for 1 cost, but it exhausts. Calcify, which doesn't do anything for us. We're not attacking with Asti. And Right Hand, which I don't think it's going to do enough to really warrant adding, even though we are playing a lot of more than 2 cost cards. I'm not going to take any of these. I don't really think any of them do anything for us. So let's see. Interesting. We have a Mummified Hand. We are playing Neurosurge, but generally if we are playing Neurosurge, we're going to have the energy to play whatever we want to play anyways. So that's strong. I also wouldn't be opposed to taking more powers in the future, though. So I wish I could take both of these together, obviously, but let's think. Also, there is a card remove option, but like I said, I'm not too eager to remove more cards. I just have a strike that I kind of want to remove. I think Mummified Hand will probably just provide much more value in the long run, so I am going to take that. I was tempted to take Lasting Candy, but we don't really have... Let's look at the powers in this kit, because there are a few that we definitely do want. Let's see. I would want Countdown. Actually, does Countdown even do anything? I don't really think I care for it. Danse Macabre is good for us. Friendship is really good for us. Haunt, we don't have any souls. I would like to get Shroud as well, and Sleight of Flesh. So we're definitely going to keep an eye out for some of these powers. And then, obviously, Demence would be really strong. Reperform is really strong. Actually, I don't even know if we'd really want Reperform, because we only have one attack, but it would go really well with it, but also it costs 3 energy to play. I would take a Reperform if I saw it, but yeah. Okay, well, hopefully we run into some powers that we want. We'll pretty much always take them with Mummified Hand. We don't have any money, so there's no point in hitting this shop. Okay, we get a combat anyways, so that's probably fine. I do like Doom quite a bit in this combat in general, just because I find it kills pretty fast, and it can kill it while it's underground. I'm going to invoke and then play Blight Strike. I think that applies the most amount of Doom, and also Bodyguard, in case we can't block fully next turn. We should pull into a Neurosurge, though. Okay, let's see. So I hope we can kill this turn. I think we can for sure. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we want to get Countdown. I don't think applying the 6 Doom every turn does a whole lot. Actually, I think I want another Scourge. I do want more card draw in general. I wish I could just take everything here, because I think they would all be good additions. But I do want... Actually... Yeah, no, like sometimes Countdown will actually just make us be able to play things like End of Days and Deathbringer for free. And I think Scourge is a common, so we probably will run back into another one. I would like to add another one to the deck if we see it. Invoke is also a good option because it would give us more power each turn. But I do want to start adding some powers with Mummified Hands, otherwise there's pretty much no point in taking it, and I think there's some pretty huge upsides to it. Okay, we didn't get any of our card draw on turn 1, which is a bit unlucky. So I suppose the best option is just to play End of Days here, because it applies the most Doom out of all of these. Maybe I should have started with the Swift Potion, but that's okay. It's hitting for 21, and we are fragile, or frail. So let's pull some more. We have some free stuff to play in our hand with Mummified Hand, which is nice. We probably want to get rid of its shield first. We can play everything in our hand, so I don't even know I'm planning it out. Okay, we will take a small amount of damage here, I think. 6 damage, okay, we can live with that. There are ways we can just full block here. Cool. Should be the end of the combat next turn. We pulled into End of Days, so that's enough to kill. Took 6 damage, but it's not the end of the world. So an upgraded Wisp is quite nice in general. I think I do like that. But also, I think we're pretty good on energy, given that we have Invoke and 2 Neurosurges, and also a very hot Cocoa. Grave Warden will just give us block, which we don't have a whole lot of. We have some block, but not a whole lot, and this will just give us some souls to make our hands a bit more consistent. So I'm actually cool with taking a Grave Warden over these two because I don't think Fear does actually anything for us. We don't really have a need for Vulnerable. It would be decent to go with Blight Strike, but it only applies one. And I don't really want to waste an upgrade on Fear, so I'm not going to take that. Okay, so we can enchant an attack with Vigorous, which... Do we want that on Blight Strike? I think it would apply a lot of poison by doing that, to be honest. But also, I think the 10 max HP for this potion is way better because it can actually make us play Neurosurge a bit more safely. So I'm cool with just doing this, although I kind of did want to take Blight Strike, but that's okay. 10 max HP is a pretty huge upgrade. So let's look at our cards that we can upgrade. So there are a few options. I don't want to upgrade Neurosurge because it doesn't upgrade the amount of cards we draw, and that's kind of the most important thing that I'm looking at. The Invoke is nice because it gives more energy consistently. Grave Warden just gives 3 more defense. It's a standard upgrade. We're always going to be playing Countdown because it has Mummified Hand, and it applies 3 more Doom each turn. But then again, we're playing pretty quickly, so maybe it's not really worth it. Deathbringer, I don't really care to upgrade just because it only applies 5 more Doom. If I wanted to apply more Doom, I would just upgrade Countdown. End of Days, upgraded applies 8 more Doom, which is pretty good. It'll put things in lethal more consistently. I think I like a Countdown upgrade for now, and then maybe an End of Days, just so we can end fights quicker. Okay, this should be an okay combat for us. Let's see, so we can have our Invoke played. We can draw a bit more. Okay, I want to get everything out of our hand so that I can play End of Days for free. I want to take out the one doing the most damage for sure. So let's play Countdown here. We should get End of Days as a free cast, but let's wait and see if we can apply a bit more damage. Okay. So this will take out the one on the left at the very least. Are we going to take damage here? That's the question. So we'll take a small amount. We do have... We could just play this potion to draw more and likely kill them both. We don't want to be in a situation where... I'm going to play it. I don't want to be in a situation where this resurrects, because we're the one on the left resurrects. I think that would not be so nice. And I think staying healthy here is worth it for that potion. And that's a turn 1 combat. I'll definitely take that. Lantern it's fine, but I don't think it does anything because we already have very hot cocoa. So I feel like there's a pretty obvious choice here. We're applying a lot of Doom. I don't really know what else to say. Fear doesn't do anything for us. Reeve doesn't do a whole lot other than give us a bit more card draw, which is good. But I think that this will be extremely strong against bosses. If we get Reperform or something, it's just even better. So I definitely want to take Time's Up. I think it helps with killing things quickly, which is what we're kind of trying to do here so we don't die. Let's see what relic we get. Oh, max HP. I'll always take that on this character. We have the B. So we have 8 energy. Obviously, we have our Neurosurge and our Scorch. We have some card draw. Pretty happy with this draw for sure. Fly weak. Let's see what else we draw into. Free Deathbringer. Won't say no to that. So it's at 71 Doom. And you're hitting for 16. Let's see what colorless potion we get. Maybe we can just end it this turn right away. So we can put a card from our draw pile into our hand. What attacks do we even have in our draw pile at this point? Let's see. Oh, we have Time's Up. I think I'm just gonna play Time's Up and then End of Days. We have the energy for that, right? Yeah. Cool. So that's both elites dead in turn 1. I definitely like that, and Lizard's Tail is probably the best relic in the game. I think it's a pretty high roll run. I'm happy with this. So we have Borrowed Time. Insanely good with high cost cards, which we do have. No Escape feels like a win more card at this point. I like it as like a solo Doom generator, but we have enough Doom generation. Like we have, I would take it if Borrowed Time wasn't here, but Borrowed Time is here, so I'm fine with just not taking it for now. And Reap, I don't think we need flat damage like this. It's just when we have Time's Up, we don't need any more attacks. This is the attack that we're going to be using. So let's take Borrowed Time. Like I mentioned, it's very good with high cost cards, which we have a lot of. It's that simple, really. We got a Vajra. Doesn't do anything really for us, but I mean, I won't say no to it. So I know the plan was to upgrade End of Days, but now I think Borrowed Time is just better because it gives 2 more energy when you use it. Thing is with Borrowed Time, you want to use it at the end of the turn because you want to play your cards while they're already normal cost, and then you can upgrade and play another 1 or 2. A card I want to look out for now is Dirge. If I could find a Dirge, that would be really nice. It goes so well with the new version of Borrowed Time. So I could procure a Foul Potion. I'm not actually too hot on that because I have a potion slot open. I have an elite and then a boss fight right afterwards, which I'm not too worried about, but I think that getting the uncommon potion just makes it a bit more safe. I think at the very least we're going to have the gold to remove a card in an Act 2 shop or an Act 3 shop, so I think I'm okay with just taking the uncommon potion for now, and we get something really nice, which is a Cure All. Not upset about that, and we're definitely going to take the elite. I think we're probably fine here. Although, we didn't get a good draw, so I would like to draw 2 more cards. I think it's really important that we get a strong Act 1. I mean, a turn 1 in this build for sure. You can just play everything. We should probably get some Neurosurges and whatnot on the next turn, which is nice. We also get Borrowed Time, which is a very strong card. Let's see what we draw into. So we didn't actually managed to pull what we wanted, but that's okay. We might take a small amount of damage, which isn't the end of the world. Let's play Invoke so we have more energy next turn, because we're going to have a big turn next turn. We're probably going to pull one of these, and we have a soul, so maybe we can draw a bit more. We should be able, we're going to probably draw into one of these, and then if we use it, we're going to draw into the other one, and then we're going to need a lot of energy, so I think Invoke is smart. So this is where Borrowed Time kind of thrives, so we probably wouldn't be able to play Times Up usually, but by playing this, it'll cost 1 more, which when your card cost is already high, as in above 1, then it's not as big of a deal than for like other cards. It lets you play more expensive cards for not so much. So we're in a pretty good spot now to win the fight next turn, I hope. So let's see. We didn't draw into a Neurosurge. I'm really hoping the soul... Okay, we did get that. Let's play this and play our other one too. First we'll do this. See what we get. So we definitely want to play pretty much everything in our hand, right? And next turn, in theory, we should be able to win. Yeah. Well, let's play this, and that's the end of this combat. So another pretty smooth combat for the Necro. And we get another Scourge, which is really good. We also have a Death Store, which would provide a lot of block, but I think that we're killing so fast that we don't even need more block. I would rather just have more card draw, because the energy generation we have is insane. If we can just consistently play our whole deck in like 1 turn and like just nuke with Times Up and End of Days, then I don't really feel the need to block more. I think Scourge is our best bet at winning. I don't think we really need to rest here. We could, but I almost just want to upgrade Scourge so we get more card draw, because I think that will help us more than anything with winning. I almost want to upgrade Times Up too so we can retain it and really use it when it's actually going to be lethal. But for now, if we don't draw into block though, Knowledge Demon can do so much. damage, so maybe it's better to just rest. And I am going to do that just because I don't want to die when we have such a strong run going. We do have a strength potion, which is pretty good. Well, actually, it doesn't really do anything for us, so I guess it's not so good. We also have an attack potion, so let's just play that. We might as well. We have... Bone Shards might be useful for blocking later in the combat, so I'll just take it. We do have Countdown. Hopefully Neurosurge draws into some useful stuff. Nope. Not so great. What happens if you die to your own Doom when you have Lizard's Tail? Do you just get revived without any Doom? I think that's an interesting question that I have no idea what the answer is. So he's hitting for 18 and also hitting for 3 here. Not so good. We are not getting very good card draws, that's for sure. We do have our Neurosurge, which helps. I'm definitely glad that I rested now because it could have been pretty bad, I think. We definitely want to weaken at the very least. Let's keep drawing. I want to play this. If I do this and then play Time's Up, it will be pretty low and then near lethal. I think that's our best way to kill quickly, especially with Time's Up being free to play this turn. And I'll also apply weak for the subsequent turns. We're going to take significant damage, but I think that's okay specifically in this case, because now we just need to have 110 more Doom applied. I think that's our safest way to win. This full block. We're applying Doom every single turn as well, which is worth noting. Let's draw some cards, draw some more cards. So he's at 164. We could play this, which deals 15 damage. And then also we can do a Deathbringer afterwards, and then it'll be pretty much dead. We just need like one big turn after that. But we also need to be mindful that we don't take much damage afterwards. I think this is the way to do it. I think we have to do... Okay, let's see what we're drawing into. We're drawing into... Okay, I don't think we need to play more than 3 cards, and I think we can just kill next turn. And I don't want to take an additional 7 damage because we could actually die if we do that. So I am going to just do this. Wait, are we dead here? Let's think. So we have 24 ticking down. We're going to take 15 plus 6. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage. Well, let me break out the calculator real quick. So 59 minus 15 minus 6. We're going to be at 38 health. There's going to be 24 Doom left. So, And then that's going to go up by 6, so then we will have one more turn to kill. We won't die here. That's nice. We just need to survive the following turn. This is a much closer fight than I wanted it to be. Oh, Tungsten Rod's nice here. And End of Days clutches and wins us this fight. Yeah, okay, that was way closer than I wanted it to be. So we survived Act 2. I think I need to be way more careful playing those Neurosurges, because, yeah, that was pretty close to us dying. At the very least we won, so I'm not too upset. But I think it's also important now that I get Retain on Time's Up, so I'm not in a situation where I have to play it in an unoptimal way where it's not doing as much damage as I want it to. because I would have just retained it and then not been in that situation. So that's a high priority upgrade for Act 3. Let's see what the card rewards we get are. So Reperform is really strong with Time's Up. I feel like I have to take it. I feel like with all the multi-enemy fights, we don't really need Misery because we're just applying AoE Doom anyways. So with every AoE fight, I feel like we're already going to kill everything really quickly. We don't need to apply it more than once on everybody. So I'm not going to take Misery. I don't think we want to exhaust our whole hand very often. I think we kind of want to keep everything we have except for the Strike and maybe like a couple of defense and Unleash. So I don't think we're going to get much value out of that. I don't ever think we're going to be using Intangible very much with it. So I think Reperform is definitely an important upgrade. We're actually going to be able to play it now with the energy generation we have. So let's go with Reperform, and I'll see you in Act 3.